Today, I'm going to show you how to create subsurface scattering in Unreal Engine's Substrate. Let's go! So, we're in the middle of a series of videos creating materials using Unreal's Substrate. In last week's tutorial, I showed you how to create transparent objects like glass. I've linked the playlist for the whole series down in the description if you'd like to go back and watch the rest of the videos in this series. Today, I'd like to focus on subsurface scattering. First, I'll explain what it is, and then I'll show you how to create it in Unreal. Subsurface scattering happens when a material allows light to enter. Here are some examples of what it looks like. Here I have skin, candle wax, some fruit, a marble statue, and some snow. And in each of these examples, you can see that light is going into the surface and lighting up the inside of the material. It gives the material a really beautiful inner glow. And here's a diagram that shows what's happening. When light comes in and hits the surface, instead of bouncing directly off the surface, it actually enters the surface and bounces around inside. Some of that light gets absorbed by the surface, and some actually comes back out. In Unreal Substrate, we can control the amount of subsurface scattering that's happening using the SSS MFP input on the substrate slab. So today, I'm going to apply this effect to a bunch of grapes. If you'd like to follow along, I download this model for free from the Fab store. It's part of the Medieval Banquet content pack that's created by Quixel Megascans. I'll put a link to it down in the description. So here's what the grapes look like before subsurface scattering. They have the right shape, but the material doesn't look like fruit. It looks like it's made of plaster or some other hard surface because the light isn't penetrating to the interior of the material. So now let's edit our material instance here to increase the value of our SSS MFP parameter. So here I'll just slowly slide this up, and you can see as I increase this value, our grapes look increasingly more convincing and more like an actual grape material. You can see that we've simulated the appearance of light entering the surface, bouncing around inside, and then coming back out. So if I toggle this on and off here, I'll set it to 0 again. And then after subsurface scattering, man, what a difference. You notice how much more realistic the grapes look. So much more natural now that we've increased the subsurface scattering. And we can add a little finishing touch here by reducing the roughness multiplier just to add like a subtle amount of wetness to our grapes. Wow. So this looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at the substrate material that's doing this. So here's our material graph, and it's pretty simple, really. For diffuse albedo, I'm just passing in my base color texture. And then for F0, I'm taking my specular texture here and multiplying by 0.08. That's to get the correct F0 value. And then for roughness, I'm just passing in my roughness here from my ORMS texture and multiplying it by this parameter here so that I can control the roughness on the fly like you saw me do just a second ago. And you can see here that I've packed the ambient occlusion, roughness, and specular together into this single mask texture as an optimization to reduce the total number of texture samples the material is doing. Anytime you have multiple textures that are just a single channel, it's a good idea to pack them together. So I've got my diffuse texture, I've got my ORMS mask texture, And I've also got my normal map that I'm just plugging directly into normal. So in this material, the real magic is happening here with the SSS MFP and SSS MFP scale input ports. So for MFP, I'm just passing in a single scalar parameter so that I can control the distance. And what this value is it's a number in centimeters of how deep into the surface the light is able to penetrate. And then the second one, SSS MFP scale, is a value between 0 and 1 that controls, it's kind of like a multiplier for the subsurface scattering. And what I've done in the case of the grapes here, I knew that I wanted subsurface scattering on the grapes themselves, but not on the stem. And this asset from Megascans did not come with any sort of a subsurface scattering mask. And so what I did is I took the FBX mesh file and I opened it in Blender. So here's my grapes in Blender, and I opened the UV editor. And here in this view, it's pretty obvious which parts of the UVs are for the grapes and which parts are for the stems. You can see I've got a lot of stem UVs down here in the lower left corner, and then also kind of scattered throughout. I've got a little bit of grapevine going on there. So I took a screenshot of this UV editor and brought that into Photoshop. So here's my screenshot of the UV editor, and all I had to do was use the lasso tool to select all of the parts that I know are stems, and then I just filled those with black, and then I filled the rest of it with white to create my final mask. So the areas that are white are going to be receiving subsurface scattering, and the areas that are black are acting as a zero multiplier to turn subsurface scattering off. And then I took this mask that I created and placed it in the blue channel of my ORMS. Normally this blue channel has a metallic mask, but Fruit doesn't have any metal on it. So I was able to hijack that channel, and instead of using a metallic mask, I put my subsurface scattering mask in there instead. So here I have my ambient occlusion, my roughness in the green channel, my subsurface scattering mask in the blue channel, and then my specular mask in the alpha. So there's my full ORMS texture. And then if we take a look at our material back in Unreal again, you can see that blue channel that I created the mask for subsurface scattering. I've just plugged that directly into subsurface scattering MFP scale. So wherever that mask is black, it's going to turn off the subsurface scattering on the stems, and where it's white, it's going to allow the subsurface scattering to happen on the grapes. So that's it. It's pretty simple, really. And you can use this same technique using SSS MFP and SSS MFP scale input ports with other materials like wax or skin or snow or marble, the ones that we saw in the examples earlier, to make your materials look more realistic. This allows light to enter into the inside of the material and light it up, and then, bounce around and then come out. And we get this really cool effect where without it, our surfaces just look really dead and flat. But if we turn it on for materials where it's appropriate, we get some amazing results. Anyway, yeah, I hope you liked today's tutorial. Thanks a lot for watching. And next week, I think we'll do some more. We'll dive even deeper into the substrate material system in Unreal. So be sure to come back for that. Have a great week, everybody.